Will Pierce did an interview where he said that NBA players choose white women over black women because they are more appreciative, they apologize, and they don't mind being held accountable. That sounds like manipulation to me. I'm sorry that black women hold black men to higher standards that I for sure don't think white women hold them to. Black women are strong, and I'm not saying that white women are not strong. I think women are strong in general. But it's not easy to be with a black woman because we expect a lot from black men. And I'm tired of these celebrities, whether it be rappers or football players, basketball players, getting on their platforms and talking down on black women, the women who have their back. I'm sorry, we don't like fuck shit. We don't like the bare minimum and we expect more. It sounds like the relationships with white women are easier, and that's just that. Like, it's sickening to hear, but I mean, that's their truth. It is what it is.
You gotta accept her masculinity as a black man. You gotta accept that she masculine, and that she not gonna be feminine at all. You gotta accept her non-cooperative spirit. This is off jump. You gotta accept her whole phase. You gotta accept her hoeing. You gotta accept her body count. You gotta accept all of her foolishness that she come with. You gotta accept her unhealed trauma. You gotta accept the fact that all of these bodies she got done wounded her, and now you have to be the therapist to get her better. But she's not gonna try to be better. You just gotta accept all of the chaos that come with her foolishness and all of the bad decisions that she made with her womb, with her vagina, with her heart, all of that. She ain't gonna try to heal or be better for you, black men. She not gonna do that. And you gotta accept, on top of all of that, you gotta accept her random, off-the-cuff, blatant disrespect of you. Just whenever she feel like disrespecting you, that's what she gonna do. Whenever she feel like you need to be disrespected and she needs to talk out the side of her neck to you, that's what she gonna do. Meanwhile, Zaddy, white men can play her off to the side. Girl, I ain't gotta take you nowhere. I see you every day. Huh, boom, sit there. See, black women will tell black men that I'm not gonna settle. So her standards are non-negotiable. They go completely out the window when a white man come along.
Blacks and Americans, the men, 50-50.
We live in a Western society where we have feminism running rampant. None of these other women is trying to compete with their man, talking about they just as strong as a man. They don't need a man. They're not doing none of that.
Can I ask y'all ladies a question? Y'all like to speak on how, men are so vocal. Did you guys have the same energy when women was just calling us gay on national TV? Men ain't shit. Black men cheat all forever. Yeah, black men ain't never home. They don't take care of their fucking kids. They are thugs. They belong in jail. Where was all this energy from the women? We were getting shit on for years. And we had to sit there. We didn't have a platform to voice ourselves.
And we didn't say take they mic.
And then we say, oh, shut them bitches up. You know what I'm saying? Like, women been controlling the narrative of black men for over decades.
And we still never said shut up, bitch.
I keep saying women and men, not everybody is like that.
But did you have a problem? What he was saying, all these talk shows is out shitting on men. Did y'all have a problem with that? Nobody had a problem with that. Y'all was tuned in.
Yeah, when a woman say, oh, I got a good one now.
Black men are some of the most undervalued, disrespected men of our time. Not only do they have to deal with racial profiling, they have to live and work in a system that was created for them to fail. They're constantly being demasculated by their size or how much money they make. And it's done to them by the women of their own culture. We're the only women that will publicly humiliate a man based on the size of his anatomy and his finances. Only 15% of Americans are making over $100,000 a year. If you meet a man that's not physically or mentally abusive and has beat the system, he's already successful. If you feel like that you're lowering your standards based on how much a man makes, then you just don't need a man.
If I ask a black woman what she's looking for in a black man, most of the answers that I get back are performative. Black women do not trust black men to give them feedback on emotional intelligence. You will tell me that I can't tell you when it is that I've harmed you. But when I tell you that you've harmed me, you attempt to narrate my experience with you. We cannot affirm black men if we do not see black men. We cannot affirm black men if we do not validate black men. We cannot affirm black men if we do not give black men the breadth and the width to be multidimensional outside of the ways in which we expect them to perform. You wonder why this man is so cold towards you. You wonder why this man don't love you no more, because you've worked him to an emotional death. And you believe that all you got to do is feed him and fuck him. Your man is not an animal to breed with. Your man is not a buck. This is not a plantation.
I'm telling you, they're not going to want to hear this.
I am the disruptor.
I can barely hear this. I'm like, oh no. This is how y'all feel? To all the black men who date women outside of their race, white women, Latino women, Asian women, Hispanic women, Indian women, all of the women's. Okay? I'm telling you something, and I hope I speak on behalf of all black women when I say this, okay? This might be the nicest thing a black woman has ever said to you, so I want you to listen up. Open your ears, okay, brother? Do you hear me, Jamal? Marcus, are you listening? Terrence, I need you to the front. Somebody go get Kevin. Please go get him. All right? You're free to go. You're free. You're released from the shackles of the melanin. You are welcome to go. Okay, you don't have to be over here. And you know this, man. You know this. But I want to remind you that you are free to go. Y'all seen that movie, The Color Purple, when that white lady brought Miss Sophia home to stay with her kids for Christmas? And what she looked at her and told Sophia, she said, you can stay all day. But in our case, we gonna drive ourselves back. We good. For real, we mean it. You can stay all day. Just don't mention us in conversations that we're not present at. You ain't gotta answer questions about us that aren't being asked. You don't have to feel like unprovoked that you want to talk about us. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to mention us. Okay? You could just go. You understand what I say? You can stay all day.
Anybody wonder why black men and women are not getting married anymore? And why more black men are not seeking mates in this selection of women today? I've noticed that they're choosing peace over headache. I mean, you see it in the relationships. A lot of times, they form a good union, and then careers come into play. And before you know it, within that union, both parties will start competing against each other. And a lot of times we get the blame for that, but no one talks about when the female chooses her career over the relationship. And then before you know it, the career becomes a number one priority and the union takes a back seat. And we forget that the drive for more came from the union. And there are roles that we must play. But in today's climate, those roles don't matter. It becomes more of what more can you do for me rather than what can we do for each other. So I don't know why more black men are not getting married or building unions with other black women. But I do notice that there is trouble in paradise. And the toxic behavior from a lot of black women today is not conducive to a peaceful lifestyle. But I don't advocate being alone either. Sometimes it's just better to choose the woman that wants you rather than the woman that you want. And this is kind of a sticky topic you can't even bring up in the black community because no one's going to take accountability. Black women is sure as hell not going to take accountability because it's always the men's fault. A lot of men will not take accountability even though sometimes it's their fault. So it's just never a conversation that we can really have honestly amongst each other. But they say understanding that there is a problem is the first step. So what's your thoughts on it?
My woman white. So are you more attracted to black or white women?
I prefer a white woman.
Wait, so why white women over black women?
Oh, man. Okay. I'm 36.
Yes.
And so,
36.
So what I have to say is from like back when I was in school, I just felt like it was always drama.
Like a black woman?
1000%. Mad for no damn reason. Always upset. Want everything in the world, but don't have nothing to bring to the table. And I'm just talking about the black women that are like that. I just want to be clear. And then, man, my mom really brought it home for me. It was always an issue, always having problems. And so, man, when she told me that I couldn't date a white woman, my first real girlfriend was a white woman. You know, and so man, my mom kind of helped bring it home because I saw all the issues that she was constantly having. So that's what happened. And then I married one.
Notice how this man immediately went into a spiel about how he ain't like black women. Why couldn't you run down a list of what you liked about your wife? It's that part for me. Oh, they loud, they aggressive, they this, and then he automatically jumped to how much he hated his mother. And he had mommy issues. Why was your mother miserable? Why did your mother act like that? Where was your father? How was she treated by the men in her life? Like, come on. It's so aggravating. It's literally a sickness at this point. Y'all act like every single woman in every single group is exactly the same. That is not true. Every single black woman is not loud, aggressive, ghetto. That's a lie. And every single clear woman, white Caucasian woman, is not a fucking walk in the park. We all see Karen videos day in and day out. They cuss y'all out like a dog. They get y'all locked up. They had y'all villages and communities burned to a crisp. And I'm sure his white wife probably cuss him out, and he's very submissive. I'm sure she probably calls him the N-word whenever she see fit, and he don't say a goddamn thing. Because guess what? The only thing that he probably really like about her is the fact that she's white. And it ain't nothing wrong. Love who you love. But why every single time somebody asks y'all why y'all like white women, y'all just go into immediately attacking us? And they always have a certain look. What y'all think about this? We all loud, aggressive, ghetto. It's relevant, it's the Brooklyn way. Like, why we can't have a range of emotions like everybody else? It's crazy to think about it. Main character.
When it comes to black women, they don't like to take instructions. They don't like to follow the lead of nobody. The only lead they want to follow is themselves. And that's why a lot of them walk around lost, running around like a chicken with their head cut off. They don't like to be told what to do. It's in their genes. It's in their DNA. That's why it's always that combative type of relationship between a black man and a black woman. The man wants control. The woman don't want to be controlled because she's been oppressed all her life. It's passed down to that generation and that bloodline. We don't want to feel oppressed in our relationship. Asian women, white women are very subtle, very submissive, very easy to deal with. They haven't came up the way black women have came up. That's why a lot of black men date outside of their race. When you're dealing with black women, you're going to deal with some kickback. They not just going to do whatever the fuck you say just because you making the bread and butter. White women follow the lead of their men. They would follow with no problem. It's a part of their genes. They always been following their man for centuries, man. They'll stay at home, take care of the kids, do whatever the white man asks them to do. So we don't want a woman that's always going to be fighting with us over simple-minded shit. Black women, they've been dealing with our bullshit for years. So when we get some money and we start to act a certain type of way and be demanding, they not gonna put up with that bullshit. The white woman might deal with that type of shit because she just happy to have a black man. So she's gonna follow his lead, do whatever he says. Instead of him trying to figure out and deal with the black woman and communicate with her on a certain level, he say forget that and get him a white woman and keep it moving.
As a black man dating outside my race, dating a Latin woman, I'm gonna tell you another key benefit here. When me and my lady go to the beach, she has no problem getting her hair wet. We can go to the beaches. We go to Destin Beach. We go to Miami Beach. We go to Siesta Key. We go to St. Pete Beach. We go to Clearwater Beach. We be all through the beaches. She can go under the water, get her hair wet. We can have a good time in the water. She doesn't have a problem getting her hair wet. But when I was with a black woman, she wants to go to the beach in a bonnet because she don't want to get her hair wet. Who wants to be on the beach with a woman in a bonnet? First of all, it's unattractive. Two, it's embarrassing. And who wants to go through that? Who wants to see that on the beach? Listen, I'm not a lot of these hood niggas, so maybe they're cool with it. But if you want a classy looking woman on the beach, you know, you got to get you a woman with real hair. That way you don't have to be dealing with bonnets on the beach. I mean, let's just be honest about the bonnet. It's nothing but a shower cap made of a different fabric. They're coming out the houses with shower caps on and they think it's okay. The airport, the beach, the stores. I don't have to deal with that no more.
You want me to provide safety for you, but you cannot reciprocate it for me. I deserve to feel safe too. A number of black men internally, their internal world is not safe. And yet you want me to provide you with safety that I don't even know for myself. When I say to you that you've harmed me, you give me this rigmarole, that's not safe. When I tell you I'm tired, you get so wrapped up in your responses that you don't even give me the space to be fucking tired. That's not safe. I say to you that I don't feel connected to you. I say to you that you are not meeting my emotional needs. I say to you that I do not feel the way that you talk to me is uplifting and you continue to do it. That's not safe. But yet you want me to continue to go out in this world and come back and do all of this stuff. You don't want me. You want your idea of me. And if I don't fit that idea, you begin rejecting me. That's not safe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
There's so many of us that are not listening. And so I hope that you guys watched this conversation, heard this conversation, because we all need to hear this. We all need to tune in with each other, be in alignment with one another, because once we do, we're going to be so powerful.
Please like and subscribe. For real, subscribe.